Ladies and gentlemen, with the release of Fromsoftware's latest title, Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon, a lot of questions are finally being answered. And one thing's for sure, this game is a must for any AC fans, any Souls vets, and even newcomers. And here's why. I'm going to dive into a few topics I believe really make this game well worth playing. And don't worry, there's no spoilers. The first thing I want to talk about is the graphics and overall look of the game. Now, my PC is by no means a powerhouse top tier machine, but even with my setup, it's still buttery smooth, the textures are there, and crisp. There's typically a lot of action going on when in combat, but the clarity of each individual object in motion, bullets, rockets, even the thrusters is incredible. And during downtime, the environment never sits still. Pretty much anywhere you look, it's just stunning. Lighting reflections look amazing and very polished. Shadowing, especially on small objects, make it feel like I'm watching a movie. If you've played any past Armored Core games, you'll notice an improved difference right away with how the mech feels, how it moves, how smooth it is. Button responses are a lot better. One thing I think FromSoft did very well was keeping a lot of the core aspects of previous AC titles while also giving us something a little different. There's a very diverse assortment of enemy types to go through that will keep you challenged in devising new strategies and new mech assemblies from start to finish. And of course, like most FromSoftware titles, there's several optional mini-bosses with their own stories to tell during engagement, some more hidden than others. Mech movement is very fluid and instant on button input, and also the soft lock and hard lock come in handy when dealing with single or multiple targets at once. It's like they thought of everything, right? Now, the difficulty curve for some is going to be harder than for others. Me, I personally took out the chopper boss on my third attempt. Although I have had experience with past AC titles, I still recommend giving it a try. And if you find yourself stuck, reassemble and change your tactics and you will see results. I'm telling you, it's that kind of game. The kill then cool method I really think makes this game fun and addictive. When it's kill time, some of the fights can get to an almost overwhelming amount of intensity with everything that gets thrown at you, especially for the first playthrough. But the satisfaction of clearing an area gives you the hunger for more. When it's time to cool down, you get a nice calm atmosphere to marvel at while you're infiltrating or strategizing your next move. This game definitely delivers a large variety of parts that allow for many different play styles, which makes it great for individuality. Speaking of which, I want to cover customizations, but before that, let's talk about the music production, which I personally feel is incredible. This game has over 30 unique musical scores that define moments so well. Each piece takes me on a journey through a part of the game, and I feel they perfectly balance the different emotions felt through the music, what's going on screen. FromSoftware brought in Shoei Miyazawa, I don't know if I said that right, sorry if I didn't, who's been a sound designer for multiple FromSoft games, including Sekiro and Bloodborne. He was a composer for Elden Ring, which has one of the best OSTs I've ever heard. Also, the lead composer for AC6 is none other than Kota Hoshino, who I'm sure any veterans know. He did the OSTs for previous Armored Core titles like Master of Arena and Verdict Day. I almost feel like they created the game around the OST and not vice versa, like the music is telling its own story. Let's get into customizations, but real quick, I want to say thank you for watching. You're helping support my work. If you enjoyed this video or found it informative, leave a like and hit that subscribe button to help me get even more content like this to your screen. The amount of different stats and how they affect one another is astonishing. Nearly every piece of armor and every weapon has its own group of stats that can make or break an entire mission if not prepared correctly. And by prepared, I mean not paired with corresponding parts. Things like Ian load and attitude, just to name a few stats, have to be monitored when building a mech. Once you start unlocking parts, you'll see how deep the customization goes, not to mention the emblem and decal section where you can make almost any type of design. Anyway guys, Armored Core 6 is an incredible game and I urge you, give it a try, especially if you haven't played any previous AC titles. This is definitely a great first time experience, a great way to introduce yourself to Fromsoftware at all, and an overall amazing game. See you guys next time.